everybody, welcome to another episode of the FiveMarks Pro Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, as always, Mr. Martin115, joined by my lovely, beautiful dance partner. Who are you?
It's me, it's Carmo. Welcome back for another week. Feels like it's been a long time since I've done one of these.
I think the last one we sat down was Foxy.
It was either Foxy or Leo. I think it was Foxy. No, it was Leo, I think, no?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's been far too long.
We did Foxy on the Wednesday, Leo on the Thursday. And then I went to London. And then we didn't do anything that week. We didn't do anything last week. So yeah, it's been like 2 weeks. Wow.
I didn't even realize it until you said it. I literally thought we talked last week. But
I mean, we did, but not on this format.
Look, it's all the fucking same to me. And yes, now, one thing I will point out very much this week is we don't have an interview. Things just fell through. So you're getting a once-in-a-lifetime topic episode, because that's what Weekly Controversy do. And Tony's watching this right now going, that stupid fucking prick just stole our new gimmick. But who fucking cares?
Weekly Controversies get shut down now to push a button. So you better stay in his own lane, right?
But I would like to point out as well, we have this beautiful fucking new overlay.
Thank God. I apologize for the last one, lads. I didn't make it, neither did Martin, but I apologize for it.
You could have told me. So I want to just give a backstory. Emmett was going to, looking at changing the logo. So I got an overlay made with that. That's why that overlay never matched our logo. Because Emmett wanted to change it. I said no. Carmo said no. Because that one was just shit. So I got it made to make an overlay anyways, because we're planning, for the 1 year anniversary, we're planning this big fucking change. That never happened. So now, because I hated how small our guests were being viewed and how we were being viewed, now we've got these big massive fucking windows where you can see all of our fun fucking shit, our proper reactions. And my favorite part is actually this part that I put together right here with the light coming down. It is fucking amazing. But
I don't know what he's talking about. I can't see it.
He can't see a thing.
But the good news is, because we have a new overlay, we are going to interview everybody that we've already interviewed again on the new overlay. It's going to be the exact same questions, same answers, same everything. No, we're not actually. Well, we might, but you never know.
Oh my God! How many? What's that?
We
3 Sebs.
We did last
3
year.
galas.
I think last year we did something like 40 interviews.
Shit.
This year has been an interview every week since the 2nd week of January.
Yes, when I changed everything.
So.
But we're here to talk about one thing. But before we get to that one thing, because I very much enjoyed.
Do you know what? Before we actually get to that other thing, how was it interviewing Leo Rush?
Oh my fucking God. Do you know what? Give your reaction, because I will be 2 seconds just to set the scene right.
He's putting on the t-shirt.
I am not putting on my Leo Rush t-shirt.
He is putting on the Leo Rush t-shirt. Don't listen to him. So my story for that Leo Rush interview, right? That Leo Rush interview ended up happening at, it was 11 p.m. So 11 p.m. at night, 11 o'clock. That interview ended up happening. We were supposed to go probably somewhere around 35 minutes, I'd say, with Leo. 35 minutes. We ended up going over that. We ended up talking to him for about an hour, which happens. And then I ended up having to be up at 5 o'clock the following morning to go catch a flight to London so that I could go watch RevPro. So I remember being absolutely shattered the day after, because the excitement of just having interviewed Leo, couldn't sleep. Not at all. I think I had 2 hours sleep for the entire night. I was up at 5 o'clock, flew to London, didn't go to bed till that night till 2 o'clock again. So yeah, that was a long day, but it was incredible, absolutely incredible. How relaxed he met us
instantly,
seconds into the interview.
Instantly,
considering we literally turned around to him, we were like, "Yeah, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. We are nervous here. We are shitting ourselves." And he was like, "Oh man, no, it's good. Relax, chill. Let's just have a chat." We were like, okay, cool, yeah, sorted.
He's just one of the boys. He's just one of them. Honest to God. So I had just a little background stuff. We had that interview set, I think, the first week of January. We
Give
knew,
or take, yeah.
we knew that we got the email to say, yeah, I'd love to come on. So it was just waiting, because he wanted to do it during his Europe tour. And, oh my God, just like, I was nervous, but not as nervous as I would have been years ago. Like, I was obviously still going, oh my God, I'm about to talk to Leo Rush, Cruiserweight champion, fucking X Division champion, this, that, the other. And he was so fucking nice. He was so sound. I say this to lads all the time. My one regret, and I think I've said this on the controversies, my one regret is that we could have got. He gave us a 40 minutes. We one of the questions we asked lads is, do you have a time limit? Like, do you have is there something that you need to go to or anything like that? Any restrictions? He said, let's just keep under to 40 minutes. We went over because we were doing the fan questions.
Yep.
And we apologized afterwards. Oh, so sorry for going over. He was just like, nah, man. Like, I was having fun. We were like, it was all chill. We were all happy out. It could have gone a bit longer. I didn't mind. And I was like, I could have got longer. I had so many more questions. Bollocks.
Yeah.
But look, it was fucking class. And then just to go meet him then at fucking gaff party where he instantly fucking spotted you.
Yeah, he recognized me straight away, which I was baffled by. I couldn't believe it. Because, like, this man has been doing interviews with all sorts. Like, he did one with IWE. He did a couple more with, like, a couple of European... I think he did a few British podcasts, a few European podcasts, stuff like that. So, like, to walk up to me, he go, oh, well, man, what's the crack, Joe? How's things like? And I was like, it's Leo Rush? How am I getting recognized by Leo Rush?
And it's hilarious because I was you went up to the middle and I was still to the side because I was like, we'll meet him individually. We agreed. He had turned to his left, seeing me, and just goes, "Hey!" Shakes my hands like, "How are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh my fucking God!" He recognized me as well.
Yeah, couldn't believe it.
So
baffled.
Oh, he was such a fucking nice guy. I'd love to sit down with him again, talk about it a bit more, because it was fun. The time flew. Honest to God, it's probably the blink of an eye. It was over. It was done with. I couldn't it's crazy for me to think that in 2018 I was sat after SmackDown. I stayed for 205 Live. Neil Rush was coming out, and I was there fucking just vibing to his fucking music. I came to collect hits, boom, to fucking. Watching him on fucking TNA and all that fucking shit, to get to sit and fucking talk to this guy is crazy to think about. I literally talked this today. It was the first time I thought about the fact that I've seen him live with WWE. I was like, I probably have that video at home. Imagine that fucking Martin if he thought then, I'm gonna talk to that guy in 2024.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah, it's wild. It's a weird thing. It's funny. It's actually quite hilarious because you posted a clip of one of the questions that we asked. I think it was about Okada on Instagram.
No, it was the one of the It wasn't the Okada one because I never actually made a clip of that. It was the I think it was working with TNA or working with Impact as X Division champion.
Might have been that one. And hilariously, one of my mates that I used to work with at Vodafone, I shouldn't have actually probably said Vodafone, but here we are anyway, rang me and he was like, "How the fuck did you get Leo Rush? How are you talking to Leo Rush on a podcast?" And I was like, "Oh man, I don't know. These things just happen. I don't know." But I will say a few thank yous. Thank you to everybody that listens, because without you, none of that would have been possible. And as much as Martin's going to not like what I'm about to say, but he talks about Tony Khan, so I'm allowed to say this. Thanks to Claire Flood for the nice message that she sent on Twitter about that interview. Thank you very much for that.
I thought we were going to talk about Tony Khan, so we turned into Claire. I was like, "Oh, that's fine." She praises me sometimes. She can get a shout out every now and again.
Tony Khan, Claire.
Yeah, they're 2 seconds from fucking each other. I can tolerate Claire. Tony Khan, go fuck yourself.
We like Claire. We love Claire.
Just not Tony Khan. But no, it was a load of fun. Next question now is, who the fuck is next?
That's the big question. I was actually going to say it. If anybody thinks of anybody, reach out. Let us know. And we'll do our best. All we can do is send a message.
Okay,
If they say no, they'll say no.
all we
Like
can
there's
do is that.
people that people don't know about that we've contacted or tried to contact that we've either just never got anything back from or just got a no from. Do you know that kind of way? So like we've been trying to do this sort of thing for a while. It just unfortunately didn't happen. Leo was the first one to kind of let it get back to us.
I'll give one that was like a massive reach that never got to anything. It was Will before he came back to OTT.
Yeah, that never got.
I was like,
anything.
fuck it. Like, he's just put his fucking
Anything.
email there. I'm definitely reaching out to Will. He didn't get him, but one day I
Yeah.
will. I will interview Will Ospreay one day.
Yeah.
I call him.
There's a couple of more names. Like even Emmett has reached out to people at his own thing that have agreed to do an interview, but just has never happened. So that kind of way. So there's a couple of things that should have happened that just unfortunately haven't.
Oh, I just thought of one now with Emmett. I'm kind of happy that never happened. I don't want to talk to. I don't know.
It would have been me and Emmett that would have done it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. It would have been me and Emmett doing it.
I never really cared for him too much, but he was funny.
Yeah. I would say this though, we have a couple of exciting things coming up over the next couple of weeks. Some people that you will know, some people that you may not know, but have a cool history in wrestling. So yeah, be sure to check those out. On YouTube as well, please. If you'll subscribe to the YouTube, I'll give everybody.
Carmo, here you go. 30 seconds. Promote the YouTube.
Everybody that walks up to me and shows me on their phone that they're subscribed to YouTube, I will give €5 to you. €5. And even if you walk up to me and push subscribe while you're standing in front of me, I'll give you €5. Anybody at all. Now I could be broke after that, but absolutely. I'll either give you €5 or buy you a pint. You name the case.
And I will do nothing. This is Carmo's program. He watches.
Even if you don't watch the videos, just subscribe.
I watch everything to do with Spotify, and I'm like, oh, that's doing really, really well. This man watches the YouTube stats religiously.
Yeah. I want to make money. If we make money on YouTube, we can get bigger names. That's very selfish of me to say that we're making money, but if we do, we can.
What's the statistics at the moment? It's like 80% are watching.
80% are unsubscribed
of
the last month or something like that. So subscribe. If the 80% of you subscribe, we'll be laughing. You never know. We might get Will Ospreay.
All the socials are up there, top left of the freaking thing. And please follow our TikTok because I am trying. I'm really trying. Well, one person's supposed to be doing it, but they're lazy. But anyways, the one thing I wanted to talk about from Gaff Party, well, I didn't want to talk about it because I knew it was going to happen. I want this man to talk about it because he was very, very happy after the show.
So,
I'm not talking about the car ride home.
I don't even know where to go with this, to be honest. So, what he's talking about is Gaff Party in the Red Cow in Dublin, where Trent Seven happened to walk out with the OTT World Title. I will say that after the show, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all.
No. Put it into perspective.
I was fuming. Like, I was absolutely raging.
He was pissed off.
I don't even know if it was to do with the fact that Trent won. I think it was more so to do with the fact that Jay lost. You know, that kind of way. I had it convinced in my head. I was like, it's happening. At Scrappermania, they're going to do Jay, Be Cool, and Sammy. And Jay's going to walk in as champ. Confirmed. It was never going any other way. Sam wasn't retaining. Trent wasn't winning. Jay was winning. So I don't know. I wasn't happy that Trent won it. But seeing or hearing of what people think where they're going to go with the story, it was the right decision. Wrong and all is that seems even still saying
Martin
it.
Thinks it's going.
Emmett thought it was going places.
Emmett didn't as fuck. Emmett never was. I stand by this.
He said it afterwards. He said it afterwards.
I was like, you're literally quoting my story. Oh, no, I had this thought to myself. You did in your fuck.
He didn't, not at all. He's not here to defend himself, even though he said he would be. So yeah, I wasn't happy. But seeing where they're probably going to bring the story is interesting. I'm all for it. But yeah, I can't say I was happy. I like Trent Seven. I do. I've bought 40 towels off him, not willingly.
I was gonna say you haven't bought them. He has made you buy them.
Yeah, he's basically just taking out my wallet, taking 20 quid out of it, and like, here's a towel. It's like, okay, I don't want this. Why do I have this? But yeah, I wasn't happy, but I can accept it. I can accept where the story is going. I can accept that Trent is now the champion. As for those saying that Sammy's run was lackluster, I don't agree. I think he should have maybe had a couple of like better matches, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not that he had bad matches. Like his matches with Omari were quite good. The match against Charlie at the anniversary show was quite good. Those sort of things. His matches were really good. Even his match against Flash Morgan Webster was unbelievable.
It was really good.
But I just think there was no. I don't know. I'm rambling a little bit. I don't want to get myself into trouble either. But I do think it could have been better. Now, I do think Sam's going to end up with the title again after Barry wins it at the Rapper, hopefully, and people go nuts. But I'm interested to see where it goes now with Trent. I think giving it to Trent makes better sense than keeping it on Sammy or even giving it to Jay.
So obviously I've made my points very clear on it. If you want to check those out, they are on the Weekly Controversies Gaff Party Predictions episode. I've tweaked one thing I said on this week's episode of Weekly Controversies. The only thing I've changed is when I said that Jay would be the last hurdle for Barry it'll be Sam that challenges Barry for his spot. That's
definitely going to happen. Yeah. I can see it being Jay and Sam though at Scrapper. Maybe.
As in like 1-on-1 or like no title. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in two frames of mind. You see, if Charlie's back, like Adam, like we'll say Sam seems to be turning kind of heel, right?
Yeah.
And stepping away from the draw. Adam seems to be very kind of friendly with BQ, which is something we kind of haven't seen at all.
Mm-hmm.
Jay seems to kind of be floating on his own a little bit, kind of with Adam. Himself and Adam are quite good friends, I believe. So I don't know where it's going to go. Like the next show, Supremacy in April, is going to be really, really good. I'm kind of excited for it. So I don't know what's going to happen or where the story is going to go, which kind of entices you a little bit more. It's also what we talked about before the Gaff Party show. Nobody knew who really was walking out with that title, which enticed everybody more.
All three people were a prediction from everyone. Do you know?
Yeah, it also makes me wonder. Wolves obviously didn't go ahead. So I have a feeling that Trent was supposed to win the title in Wolves. Now, was he supposed to beat Jay in Dublin, or was Jay supposed to beat Trent?
No, he was going to run through Jay. He was going to run through Jay.
Yeah.
He wasn't. There was no way at all that weekend Jay was walking out as champion.
I agree. Unfortunately, I agree. But yeah.
You're fucking better.
Overall, good show. Great match. The triple threat was a fantastic match.
Amazing.
And if Jay could stop doing 450s through a table and the outside the ring, that'd be great. But a great match. I hope the story kind of lives up to that match.
It's sad though because we're in. I feel like we're in the end game now, and our baby it's going away.
On the way. You're gonna have to get rid of your tattoo.
Do you know whenever everyone always asks like, what happens if the draw breaks up? I keep the tattoo. It's not like it never happened. It's not
he's gonna get it redone into a big mustache.
What's that? Oh, it's the Trent Snake.
Yeah.
It's Trent Snake.
But yeah, good show. Really, really good show. I'm interested to see where it goes, especially with Belfast then as well, because you had the tag match. Biko getting involved, hitting Sam by accident. It was by accident.
So the looking to hit him with the chair was an accident too, was it?
I didn't mention the chair. I mentioned the title. I mentioned Belfast. The chair thing is a different story altogether. But yeah, there's so many seeds being planted that I don't know where it's going. Now, my only hope at all, is that the next time we see Trent Seven at least defend that title, or the first time we see Trent Seven defend that title, isn't at Scrappermania.
It's a Scrappermania.
It probably will be at Scrappermania, but I hope it's not at Scrappermania.
Yeah, as I said, if you guys want to hear my prediction, weekly controversies, gaff party, go like, I think I've nailed it. I seriously think I've nailed it. And I told the lads, like going into the show, after the show, everything. I think I've nailed it. I think I've got where this is going. I hope it is better. I stand by it is better than anything that could be booked right now. But speaking of great shows, we
Yes.
are, as of recording this, 48 hours away from, realistically 48 hours away from the end of the show. But when this comes out, we are about 24 hours away from Hard Knox Pro Wrestling's return to Dolans Warehouse, the first show of 2024. Hard
Finally.
Knox WarZone, which I'm upset doesn't have a cage, but it is what it is.
Not that we know of.
Yeah.
No, there probably isn't.
Please don't give Steve Savage a cage.
Yeah.
I think the hardcore like rule is like enough for Steve. He doesn't need to be fucking bleeding on a fucking bit of steel.
Yeah. No, not at all.
So obviously, with every Hard Knocks show, ladies and gentlemen, if you're coming down to Hard Knocks to Dolans, not every match gets announced. They obviously save matches for the show to happen as like a little surprise. So we're not going to be able to cover everything, but we'll cover what has been announced so far. Mr. Carmo, where do we start? But before it's where do we start? Where can people get their tickets?
Yeah, to get your tickets, you can go on to the Dolans website, or you can go to Yapspity.com and search up Hard Knocks WarZone. You can buy your tickets on there. Tickets are €22 or €23.
23, I think it's this time.
€23, yeah. I mean, where else are you going to get a good day out for 23 quid other than a wrestling show? So why not come down to Limerick? Come down to Hard Knocks. Come down to WarZone and see the inaugural Irish hardcore wrestling champion be crowned between Steve Savage and Jordan Oliver. But we will start with the three-way for the OTT or for the Hard Knocks Tag Team Championships. The Social Elite against the Freshness against the Step Hermanos.
I have an issue with this match.
Yes.
And that is, I agree with the Social Elite that every Hard Knocks tag team match has had the Step Hermanos, or not Step Hermanos, the Freshness in it. And the Freshness have lost every time. Step Hermanos have had 2 opportunities, I believe. Alright?
They were in the first, no, one, I think. They were in the gauntlet.
The gauntlet, and then it was a tag tournament, wasn't it? Well, tag tournament, sorry, it was a match then, wasn't it? Like, that didn't have a match. We went to a match.
They didn't have a match for titles, no.
No, I mean, like, yeah. So, they had a shot at the titles anyways. They lost. Why are 2 teams that lost to the tag team champions getting an opportunity here?
I think if you look at the Step Hermanos,
I don't want to.
as we said, they've had one shot at those titles. And you look at what they've done in the last couple of months, even since that title match. I think we've had 2 shows since that title match. You look at what they've done. They've proved themselves. One match maybe not as a tag team, one match as a tag team, that they deserve a shot at the Hard Knocks Tag Team Champions. So I believe that the Step Hermanos should definitely be in there.
I don't.
Freshness, you're talking about probably the best tag team in Irish wrestling today. They deserve any shot at the tag titles in any company.
This is their third shot, though.
Third time's the charm. Who knows?
No. I mean, you want to talk about best tag team in the country. That is the Social Elite run Ireland. OTT Tag Team Champions, they, as we mentioned with OTT, they just beat the biggest faction in the draw. They have ran Hard Knocks since the first day they got there. Their first match was the tag titles. What happened? They won the Tag Team Championships. And they've been winning ever since.
When's the last time you've seen Social Elite win a title without cheating? Or win a match even without cheating?
Probably before Galaccini beat his own tag team partner. but that's something completely different. So I'm not betting against my boys. The Social Elite have got this. There's no way the Freshness or the fucking Step Hermanos are walking out of Dolans with those tag team titles. Social Elite run Hard Knocks, and they will continue to hold that tag team division down.
I've seen the Step Hermanos since day one. And over the last couple of weeks, I've seen them train. And I've seen them train hard for this show. So out of anybody that's walking into that tag team title match, the Step Hermanos are 100% walking out with the tag team titles. There's no ifs, buts, or ands. Now is the time. Kicking off 2023 for Hard Knocks, or 2024 for Hard Knocks. Why the Step Hermanos are going to be your Hard Knocks tag team champions.
So are they going to win those tag titles before or after Gallus stabs Zax on the back again?
They didn't stab him in the back. It was a match.
He pinned his tag team partner.
It was a match. How do you win a match? You pin him.
So I mean, like that. He's got a world title opportunity.
And if he wins that world title, the first opportunity he's going to give for that world title is for
He is not focused on those tag titles.
I'm telling you now, he is.
He is.
It's been the goal since day one. Day one. The Step Hermanos to win the Hard Knocks World Tag Team Championship.
So I Social Elite are going all the way. Step Hermanos are falling apart, which is a beautiful sight to see.
I tell you what, though, whether we're seeing these three teams mix it up individually or all together, it's always been a fantastic match. It's always been an epic, epic match. So I'm excited for the match. Really, really excited for the match. Win, lose, or draw for any team. I'd take that apart for the moment. I'm really, really excited for the match. I think mixing the Social Elite and the Freshness, as we've seen a couple of times, have always been really, really good matches. Mixing the Freshness and Step Hermanos together have been good matches as well. So I think mixing all three could be a really, really good match. Really, really good match. Something I'm really looking forward to. But we are getting new tag team champions in the Step Hermanos.
Yeah, Gallicini's going to go on to win the world title.
He is. Yeah. You never know.
Nah.
You never know.
No, this isn't fucking amateur hour. Moving on. As we mentioned, the Golden Ticket Tournament. Sorry, we didn't mention the Golden Ticket Tournament. The Golden Ticket Tournament is back. We already have 4 entrances into the tournament itself. As already mentioned, Gallicini's in there. I believe it's...
Martin Steers,
is it Martin or is it Fabio?
I think it's Martin Steers.
One of the Freshness. I think... CJ West and his... Well, it was nice to see them back together. His tag team partner at that point in Fabulous Nikki or Big Bad Dirty Nikki. They qualified through their tag matches at Unmatched. So we got 4 spots left and we are filling them with 4 qualifying matches. With this first one. And this one Carmo is going to absolutely love because his main man, Mr. Francis Mercer, is taking on a comedian, Nathan Black.
I'm looking forward to seeing Nathan Black in Hard Knox. I've heard good things about him. I've never got to see him in person. Just hasn't happened. The comedian, I like the gimmick. I like what he does. I'm interested to see it in person. Really, really am. But Francis Mercer is just going to walk through. It's as easy as. Francis Mercer has been showing it over the last couple of months. The last match he had against Steve Savage. The match he had against Jay and the one before that. He's came up unlucky. But the one thing Francis Mercer has always shown is hard work and dedication. And the passion for wrestling. And not only the passion for wrestling. Similar like we said this before about Steve Savage. The passion for wrestling in Limerick. The passion of wrestling for Hard Knocks. You could put any man up against Francis Mercer, I think, in Hard Knocks at the next show. And he's walking through.
I have to ask
no
you.
If buts or ends.
I have to ask you because you are someone who's like you're as close to you as you. Well, you know Francis. You talk to Francis all the time.
Francis.
You know you consider yourself as friends. This is it. This is his first massive opportunity. Do you think he'll crumble under the pressure? Because like it's a lot.
No, I don't. I really and truly don't. And the reason why is because if you look back at that match with Jay, that was Mercer trying to prove himself. And I think if you ask him himself, he might have let himself down a little bit. Fantastic performance. Absolutely unbelievable. One of his best matches, not only in Hard Knocks, I think ever. Without a doubt. But I don't think he got what he wanted out of that match. If you go to the Steve Savage match, Steve did an awful challenge in a hardcore match. We saw that unsanctioned match back in April, I believe it was. Different Steve Savage. We've seen Steve Savage in these kind of hardcore matches. He had one against Sam. Technically, it wasn't really a hardcore match, but he had one against Sam. Like, we've seen him do this sort of stuff. For Francis Mercer to step up and walk out against who is his mentor, basically, in Steve, and step up to that challenge, and not only take the beating that Steve Savage gave him, but also give it back, shows that different side of Francis Mercer is coming in. It's coming, and it's changing, and it's changing, and it's changing. And look, we've had 4 months since that last show.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you here now that Francis Mercer has been training every day to make himself better and better and better and better. So Nathan Black, I can't wait to see him, and I hope all the fans are looking forward to seeing him as well. But it's going to be a short run. It's going to be short. Francis Mercer is just going to plow through, and it's going to be on to the next person.
Solid. I you know what, I do think Mercer's going to do this. Steve said at the last show that he's someone who has literally been through so much in terms of, like, at one point wrestling was nearly first. That man, he wants this so fucking bad. He wants to succeed in wrestling so fucking bad that I think this being his first major opportunity, he wins this, he's in the Golden Ticket Tournament. He wins the Golden Ticket Tournament, he's got a guaranteed shot at the World Championship, or any, I think it might be the World Championship or any Hard Knocks title.
It's World Championship.
It's a World Championship. So I think that he's got this. I think it'll be a hard fight for him. I feel like there might be times where he might slip up, but I do believe in Francis Mercer, and it's going to be fucking crazy to hear Carmo scream when Mercer gets that win. Mercer. Francis fucking Mercer. I'm so happy that finally got over it. Fucking how we were trying to get that over throughout the match, and then towards the end, everyone fucking went with it. It's like, oh, thank fuck, we got it over.
But I can tell you this now, as soon as Mercer's music plays on Sunday, you'll hear me chanting it.
So, can't wait to see that one. I believe that's as of right now, again, some matches are kept for the night to be announced.
Card is also subject to change, which we've been taught before with Hard Knox. So.
Exactly. So there might be another Golden Ticket Tournament match. We don't know right now. That's the only one that's announced. So now we have 2 main events. And I guess we start with the first main event, which will main event the first half of the Hard Knox show. So the last match before intermission. It's for the undisputed Hard Knox World Heavyweight Championship. And this is where I am so fucking invested. And if you don't know why I'm so fucking invested, you don't know the story, and you're wondering, well, why should I care about this? Well, hopefully, this promo changes that for you. I'm going to roll it now.
This is over. If he hits it, it's over.
He's going for that vicious package pile driver again.
And a roll up. And a roll up. And Terry's
and
done
that's
it.
it.
And Terry's done it.
No! Terry Thatcher has done it. He's done it. The very first inaugural Hard Knocks Pro Wrestling Champion.
The real Hard Knocks Pro Wrestling Champion.
Swing hard, leave it out there, no regrets.
You come out there, you challenge me for this. Something that I've worked so fucking hard to get. You're gonna find out that no matter how good you are not good enough to beat me.
We now have a vacant Hard Knox Pro Wrestling World Championship.
Limerick, your daddy's home.
Sammy slipped out. And Sammy with the super kick.
Get him again, Sammy, another super kick. This is over. Put it away. Oh, I am so overcome with emotion. He's done it. Limerick's done it.
Everyone else would have to be on a very, very best day to beat me in the form I'm in.
Bring me the Hard Knocks Championship and rest it on the shelf beside the rest of the champions I own, because I am the best.
To you, that's just another trinket. That's just another trophy for the cabinet. To me, it is so much more. There's a lot of people walking around saying that they are the Hard Knocks Pro Wrestling Champion.
You know, Limerick knows, Hard Knocks knows, and Ireland knows there's only one undisputed world champion of this country, and that is the Snake Sammy D.
Here I stand, unbeaten, unbroken. But this means more to me than it ever will to Sam. So come February, I'm walking in with one, but I'm going to be walking out with two.
That is why, right there, Sam and Terry Thatcher, it was the first main event of Hard Knocks. That night, Terry Thatcher got the win, became the Hard Knocks World Champion, went on this incredible run, and it just got pulled underneath him due to injury. Now, in that time, we have seen 3 Hard Knocks World Champions. LJ Cleary, Renzo Rose, and the current, he's seen as the champ, Sammy D. So we know Terry was always going to come back and claim what he never lost. And now, the real Hard Knocks World Champion, Terry Thatcher, is back to claim his throne. Carmo, give us your 2 cents in here.
It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one for a number of reasons. If you look back at the first 4 Hard Knock shows, I believe, 3-4 Hard Knock shows, Terry was an absolute monster. Taking on all challenges, all sizes, didn't care who you were, Terry will take you on. And you look at his match with Butch more than any, and it was an incredible match. And not only an incredible match for Terry, but for Butch as well. And for Terry to still claw through that, where we saw a really different side to Butch, incredible. You look at Sam over the last 12 months, give or take, a proven, not only world champion, but a champion in every promotion that man steps into. A proven champion, a proven world champion. Terry hasn't been wrestling for quite a while last year. He took a few months off, and I get it, personal reasons. Everybody gets it. It's hard. It's hard to see. It's hard to look past Sam over the last year that he's had, with Terry not being around. And again, I get it. Again, it's personal reasons. I get it, 100%. But it's hard to look past Sam. As I said, he's a proven champion, not only world champion, champion in Hard Knocks as well. Like, he won that Fatal 4-Way to get that title. He's beaten Steve Savage at Hard Knocks. He beat Scotty Davis at the last show to retain that title. But my only but to all this is you go back to the very first show. where that original Hard Knox title was crowned. Terry Thatcher beat Sammy D to win the inaugural Hard Knox World Championship. So you got, whereas it's weird. My heart is saying Terry because of that and because of the legacy he had as the world champion in those first couple of months. My head is saying Sammy because he's proven it over the last 12 months, longer even, as I said, as a champion. I know he did lose the title to Trent last weekend in OTT, but Sam has proven it, and he's proven it time and time and time again. So I can't really call it. I really can't call it. My heart is saying Terry. I'd like to see Terry carry on his legacy where he never got to finish it. Whereas my head is saying Sam, just because of how, I suppose, how much he's proved it. In not only, as I said, not only in the last 12 months, in his career as a champion. So I can't call it. I really and truly can't call it.
For me, you can go back to every Hard Knocks video we did before Hard Luck. I have said it so many times. I said it fucking 5 minutes ago. Terry Thatcher's run as the Hard Knocks World Champion last year was one of my favorite championship runs because it was just banger after banger after banger. And he just put that title, like, there's the old saying, the title doesn't make you, you make the title. He elevated that championship. You have the first match with Sam, which was amazing. The two of them beat the shit out of each other. You know, thrown onto the stage, thrown onto the merch table. Carmo's fucking Hard Knox shirt that he got for free because Sam threw it at him. You know, I
still have that somewhere.
It's not framed. Wow.
Not yet.
Not letting Hard Knocks down, but
not yet.
Then after that, the match with Jay, absolute amazing wrestling match with Jay. We saw at the end of that match. He went to go shake Jay's hand. Sam attacked him. Who came to his aid? Butch, and then Butch wanted the shot. Skip on to that match, the last match in his reign. Absolutely amazing. Before Steve, Jay, and Mikey had their three-way, that was gonna be match of the year for Hard Knocks. It's the second match of the year for them, but it was amazing. Just surpassed anything we could have thought of. And then the injury happened. It was supposed to be Butch, Renzo, and Terry in a three-way at Hard Luck, but obviously that never happened. I cannot bet against Terry Thatcher because when I have, I've been wrong. I thought Butch was going to take it. I was wrong. I thought Jay had a great chance because of Sam. I was wrong. So it's really hard for me to bet against Terry Thatcher because Terry Thatcher is what brought my love to Hard Knocks and it just made my, like, you know, put it on the map for me. So I'm gonna stick with Terry Thatcher and hope he just brings it all the way. But we saw it the first two shows. There's always the equation of some help for Sam. Do you see the boys staying in the back, or do you see some tomfoolery going on?
It's hard no. It's really hard no. You can never rule it out, and I imagine in the back of Terry's head he's not ruling it out. He's not looking at it as a one-on-one match. Unfortunately, with Sam, and I hate to make a comparison, it's like going one-on-one with Roman Reigns. You're never going one-on-one with Roman Reigns. It's just not happening. It's just it doesn't happen. So I'd like for there to be no one else involved. I'd like to see just a one-on-one to crown the undisputed Hard Knocks champion. That's what I want to see. I hope there's nobody from the back. What I will say to add to both of our points, Terry also has been sitting on the sidelines for the last 6 odd months. We've seen it on Twitter, especially, where someone has posted something about Hard Knox, and he's posted saying, I should be there. I should be there defending my title. My title. So he's not just going to walk into a Hard Knox show. I know he was on the last one against Keane Noonan. Phenomenal match, by the way. Phenomenal. He's not going to walk into a Hard Knox show to crown the undisputed champion and just give it to Sam. He's not going to do it. Terry's going to be put on the fight of his life to try and gain that title. In personal sense, in speaking, not even personal sense, just in speaking, I think the title means more to Terry than it does Sam. Which is a bold statement, an extremely bold statement. But I think it means more to Terry than it does Sam. But back to your point, I hope there's no tomfoolery. I hope it's just a one-on-one.
So, it is one of the biggest matches Hard Knox has coming up because they have 2 world champions, only one can walk out. I honestly God, it's the match that has me buzzing the most. I've looked forward to it since the moment it was a thing that could happen. I always said to Terry, his first apology tweet, I'm sorry, Hard Knocks, the broken heart, that he was going to come back and reclaim what he never lost. It's going to be a match to watch out for. So
unbroken, undefeated, undisputed.
So get your asses to Limerick City, get your asses to Dolans, because to me this is the biggest main event right now we have coming up.
If 23 quid isn't enough to get you down to Limerick, then this match should be. It absolutely should be. Terry versus Sam is not going to disappoint. We are going to crown an undisputed world champion. But if that's not enough to get you to Limerick, we've also got the inaugural Irish Hardcore Champion, where Steve Savage goes up against GCW Jordan Oliver, former J-Cup winner, which is like a huge tournament over in GCW. The guys he beat in that tournament, like Speedball Mike Bailey, just even named one. I believe Nick Gage was in that match or in that tournament. We went through all these people to win that tournament. Now he's going for the inaugural Irish Hardcore Championship against Steve Savage and Dolans Warehouse. What do you think of that match?
So I've not seen much of Jordan Oliver. I haven't. But I know for a fact, I don't care if he's done death matches, I don't care if he's done hardcore matches, I don't care how many he's done. You never, ever bet against Steve Savage when Steve Savage is in Limerick fucking City. We have said it so much. Steve anywhere else is Steve Savage. Steve in Limerick, in Hard Knox, is a fucking machine. He just flips a different switch to where he is not willing to give up. You go back to the match with Sam, the Pride versus Career. He never tapped. He never got pinned. Sam had to make him pass out to beat Steve Savage, which to my knowledge is the only time Steve has lost. That's not. He lost to Raven Creed. The second time he's ever lost. We saw it with Jay and Mikey. That man was pumping blood and he beat the two of them. We were supposed to get the Con Kelly match. I hope to God it happens down the line. But we got it with Reardon. He fucking threw Rain. He put Rain away. So Steve is just an animal in Hard Knocks. That I don't care if he's up against Brock Lesnar. I don't care if it's Roman Reigns, if it's fucking Sammy D, if it's Trent Seven, if it's fucking anyone. If the match takes place in Limerick City, and under the Hard Knox banner, Steve will give you 150% to win, because he is in his element, in his hometown, and he is not going to go down lightly.
So I agree with everything that you just said, right? And I think I was even the one that said it when Colin Kelly came on and he made that challenge for Steve. Steve is different. It's different. Like Hard Knocks hits different, Steve hits different in Hard Knocks.
Literally.
Like nowhere else. Steve could go to OTT and fight any person and you could see it being 50-50. In Hard Knocks, it's 100% Steve. There's just no way. It's not happening. I think with Jordan, it's different. And the reason why is a lot of the guys that step into Hard Knocks are Irish. They know what Hard Knocks is about. They know who Steve Savage is in Hard Knocks. They know who Steve Savage is in Limerick. Jordan doesn't. Jordan's going to walk into this as if it's another match. He knows what the ramifications are. He knows about winning the title. I'm sure he knows who Steve Savage is, and I'm sure he knows who Steve Savage is in Limerick. But I feel like it's different. I feel like Jordan's going to walk into this and kind of go, okay, let's fight. I fought bigger. I've probably fought better. And that's no knock on Steve at all. He's won the J Cup. He's been JCW champion for probably one of the biggest independents in the world in GCW. He's not just going to walk in here and take a beating off Steve Savage. He's going to give it. He's going to give it tenfold as well. So it's another one of those matches that, like, I can never, ever, 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 not in a million years, and I don't care who you put in there, you could bring the entire bloodline to Limerick City and throw it against Steve Savage and he'll still beat every one of them. It's just what's going to happen. You can never, never, ever write off Steve Savage. But I have a feeling it's not going to be as, I don't want to say as easy of a fight as we've seen for Steve Savage in Limerick. I think Jordan Oliver is definitely going to step up and is going to give him the fight that Steve is looking for.
Look, we can't sell it any more than, like, Steve is different in Limerick. Yeah, at least once in your life, you've got to get down to Limerick and see Steve Savage wrestle in a Hard Knocks ring. This can be the one time. So, my pick, Steve Savage.
I as I said, I can never rule out Steve Savage. On my pick, it's also Steve. But as Martin said, if you haven't seen Steve Savage wrestle in Limerick, what are you doing? Do it. Just go. Enjoy the show. You're never going to regret it. Never once. Yeah. Ever, ever, ever. And now is the perfect opportunity as well to get a former JCW champion in Jordan Oliver, who I know people have been looking for in this country and still they haven't got him. It's his first time in Ireland, I believe, against Steve Savage in a hardcore match for the Irish Hardcore Championship. Just go to the show. Please.
That was such a desperate please.
I know, yeah, I didn't mean it to be either. I don't think you're going for me. Don't go for me. Don't go for Hard Knocks. Don't even go for Steve. Go
for Francis Mercer, please.
Go for yourself. Go for yourself and enjoy the show. It's epic.
As we said, this Sunday, well, tomorrow, March 10th, Dolans Warehouse, Limerick City.
Doors are 5, half 5, I believe. Show is 6.
Doors are 5. Shows at half 5, I believe. Don't quote us. It's going to be fun. And hey, if you're someone that might be sticking around in Limerick, or you're local and you're staying afterwards, we do interviews with the lads after the show. If you want to see those interviews before they go up on our socials, hang around. Go upstairs. Go get yourself a drink downstairs first. Come upstairs. Sit down and watch Carmo properly get killed by Big Chris Connolly.
No. You're doing the next interview with instead of F-Man.
I ran, not a fucking I ran, and I ran so far that I fucking ran into Robbie Mack, and he made fun of me for running.
I had to buy new trousers after that. That's how bad that was.
It's not because he shot them, it's because Chris Conley ripped them.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both, really. But yeah, no, get there. And if you are seeing us doing interviews afterwards, leave us alone. Let us do what we got to do. We'll chat you afterwards.
Yeah,
I'm only joking. We are really
fuck
nice.
off, Rob.
But like,
Fuck's
we will
sake.
be very business after the show if we have to. Just in case you are looking to meet us and chat to us, wait till we're finished and we'll chat all we want to
And
us.
as well, like we rotate ourselves. So like if one person like stood out, go up and say hello. Go up and say hello to them. And what they thought of the show and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, we will have merch on hand as well. If everybody wants any, if anybody wants merch, let us know. Preferably in advance if you can, just so we can make sure that we have it. But if not, we will have some at the show. 20 quid, and yeah, it's all yours, really.
So that's kind of like, as we said, and it's 4 announced matches. More will be at the show. Trust me.
Yes.
This happens every Hard Knox show. Golden Ticket Tournament match. It could be an All-Ireland Championship match there. You just don't know. So, get down, get to Limerick City. Hard Knox Pro Wrestling. I can't wait
Don't
for it.
even, Joe, pause the video here now. I know we're nearly finished. Pause it. Buy your ticket. Just buy your ticket. I'm going to count to 5 and then you come back here and you can buy, and you tell me you have your ticket bought. Just go and do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, it wasn't that hard. You've your ticket bought now. That's it. It was easy. Your ticket's got. I'll see you on Sunday.
I love how you like pause the video. So the person's paused it, missed all that rant because you said pause it first.
Yeah. Welcome back.
What's a Carmo one? Which they just paused it, left alone. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do here? No.
The
Carmo's-
Fiver's on hand as well. If anybody has subscribed to us or subscribed to us in front of us, Fiver's on hand. I will give them out.
And if you see Robbie Mack, tell him you hate him. That's my favorite
Don't
thing
tell
to
him
do.
you hate him.
Tell
You
him you
like
hate him.
Robbie Mack. Robbie Mack. Na.
Go fuck yourself on your
Robbie
fucking
Mack,
wheels.
Robbie Mack.
But no, I'm looking forward to it. There's not much else we can really say on the show. Do you know,
There isn't.
we've preached it. If you're not there, you've missed out. I'm looking at you, Rob Gold. One camera. I'm looking at you, Rob Gold. Okay, get down there. I don't give a
As
fuck.
we've seen as well with the last 2 shows, they can go up on YouTube.
Yeah,
So if you don't go, you might never see it.
you'll never see us in the crowd again.
You will, absolutely.
Well, I mean, like on the VOD.
Oh, yeah.
On the VOD. You'll never see us in the crowd on the VOD
yeah.
again. Always in the same spot every show. Not even
Every
joking.
Every show. And that'll never change.
But yeah, that's all we can say about Hard Knocks. I look forward to it. Carmo's looking forward to it. Yeah, a bit of a short episode here today, people, but simply because this comes out tomorrow and I have to edit it. I'm tired. Work wasn't bad. My leg is killing me.
No one cares, man. No one cares.
And so before we end today, I'm going to go on a little rant about Tony Khan suspending Sammy Guevara.
And on that note, we are officially on our way to socials. Follow us.
So wait. So as we said, get your ass out of Limerick, blah blah blah, all that type of stuff. Carmo, take us away.
Follow us on our socials. On Twitter, it's FiveMarks Pod. On everywhere else, it's FiveMarks Podcast.
Point up.
And make sure
Point up.
to subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe now.
Put
up
your
socials
other
up
one,
here.
other hand.
Up here.
There you go, right
Here?
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
right about here. Somewhere up here. This way.
Go
That
follow all of those socials. Help us out. Love us.
Please.
Tell Carmo he's amazing.
Get a free $5.
It's a win-win. The worst part is now, someone probably listen to this after the show and be like, I got a fucking $5.
Yeah, of course it will. And it'll be Emmett as well.
Oh, fucking imagine. But, go on, Carmo. What are we?
We are officially Ding Ding Done, but we are also the FiveMarks Podcast. No, wait a minute. I said that really quick. We are the FiveMarks Pro Wrestling Podcast, and for another week, we are officially Ding Ding Done.
Woo!
You can tell we haven't done an episode in a while.